Hi folks, back to oil painting. I've been up this morning looking at trying to find a camcorder. Uh, I put a bid in for one on eBay for a Canon Legria HF 506, and that one I know comes with a pause in record and MP4 because an MP4. I know that because I've been chatting with Alan Owen, who's got one. He uses one and loves it. He got his off eBay, so I hope I put a bid in anyway. So we'll see what happens there. Uh, okay, well I've been busy this week. I've been sort of doing a lot on Etsy. I've sold a few this week, and you have to do all the online work and I've edited the channel. I've put my prices up because I think they're a bit too low. People think I'm giving them away. So anyway, it's a sort of a rocky scene. So I'll just put a sky in first. So I'll use a bit of blue, bit of light red. I think that blue. These have been on my palette for quite a for 2 days, 3 days. I just haven't had the time to do it. Now this is a piece of watercolour paper. I've primed it both sides, both with the burnt sienna. The reason I put it on this side, you can just about see the line of wash. It was quite a good painting under there, but I ruined it by getting some acrylic on it on the watercolour, so I had to scrap it. But it lives again. I'm using some walnut alkyd. I'm getting quite a dramatic sky now. It's got this light red. I'm not sure if I'm going to carry on with it. But nice. I like the cadmium reds. Really light red in watercolour. This will dry a bit because I'm using quite a bit of the oil. I bought some drying linseed oil this morning while I was out, and that's a good one. But I looked at a tube of paint in this particular store. It was £28 for a tube of Winton, 200ml tube. I'm paying that. No wonder these places close. You can get it online for much cheaper. Right, I'm not sure about that light red. I'm going to take it off the palette, I think. Right, scrape. Getting a bit of tissue. Gone. I'll add some more cadmium red to the palette. I covered it. I covered this up. It's just a bit of board. It might be a bit too bright. Bit of board with a bit of greaseproof paper on. That's too bright. But it shows up because of the whiteness of the borders. Let's take it down there. Excuse me. Right, there's the cad red. Got a nice big tube of cad red. Hobbycraft was selling these off at £2 because it was slightly damaged. Look at that. Dana Mounty, light cadmium red. What's that? That's a 37ml tube. 75ml tube. Can that be right? Well, it's a big tube, so I'm going to use it. £2. I bought several. They had a couple of trays full up with them. I was more than pleased. Right, okay. So let's get some bit of orange in there. I'm painting an unrealistic sky, but who cares? I want a boiling sea here. have a look at my Etsy channel. There's over 40 paintings. Well, there were. I'll keep adding to it as people buy them. I don't want to go too. I want to go a bit darker with some of that because I'm going to counter change with some nice, I hope, spindrifty waves. Just using a couple of yellows here. So I've got just a cadmium yellow light, medium, cadmium red, ultramarine, black. That's all I'm going to use. You don't need to use lots of colours because you just more colours you have on the palette, the more confused you're going to get if you're a beginner. And bear in mind, those of you that are struggling to do anything half decent, I didn't start off doing decent paintings. I've learned over 50 years of struggling and doing some good, most bad. Don't think that I was born with any great ability. I just did a lot of it, and I didn't stop when I couldn't do it. So that's my advice. I know I do. We'll have quite a low horizon here. We'll make sky as the dominant bit here. I'm going to clean my brush. I'm cleaning my brush in a bit of towel. Look, I'm not using white spirit during the painting process because it it affects your chest. It's not good stuff to leave on the cloth and have under your nose. Breathe it in. Let's get a bit more of that cadmium yellow medium. I think that was cadmium yellow hue. That's a Winton colour, Winsor Newton. And that is a 37mm tube, and that's twice the size. That I paid probably about £4.50 for. That was £2. Because I've just been in the right place at the right time. Very unusual. Okay, so we want some good. I want to put a bit of rock in there. Need some more blue. Got a big tube of Winton blue, don't I? Squeeze some more of that out. I love oil painting, but acrylic, because it dries very quickly, and that's its beauty and its drawback. I'm going to do a lot more drama in that sky. It's a bit. I'm just going to take that exposure up a bit. It's better. Right. So a rocky colour. So once let's have a bit of. I like a bit of green on my rocks. So mix a bit of oil, a bit of black, and we'll down there, make it a bit darker. Bit of red in there. Lovely colours, lovely stuff. No, you don't have red rocks, do we? We can have ochre rocks. I was going to use some ochre, but I still might. Alright, let's get a bit of grey in there. So a bit of white, a bit of black. Pull the hair out. And we'll just warm that with a bit of yellow. Don't like that. I think that's good enough colour. Sort of abstracting I want some dark black. Well, black and blue. Try that. Right, we can adjust that as we progress. Right, go back to the sky. Just using the one brush. Just get a good clean out. This is just blocking in. I'm not. That's nowhere near the finish. Don't try to start with a finished painting. Not with watercolours different, but with the opaque mediums, mediums paints, acrylic and oil. To work your way around it, go from one bit to another, and slowly it will pull together. Now a good beach colour will be that yellow, bit of red, bit of white. So see what that comes up as. A bit darker than that, I think. More of a sandy sort of colour. Just trying to mix sandy colour with this basic palette. Oh, that's a good might even turn that into a bit of sea coming in, a bit of tide coming in. Okay. Oh, that's a bit better colour, red yellow, a bit of that whitey grey. A bit more darker than that. A bit of shadow in there. Right, back to that sky. Let's get a bit of drama in there. A bit of white, load of medium on the brush. Too red. Right, I'll get some dark in there now. Mixing all these greys together. Some on there. So that's where we're going to put the waves on. Well, I might do some bit of sea there. That's nowhere near as. Oh, let's do this a bit overexposed now. Set that down a bit. Alright, let's see how that goes. That's a little bit. The sun's coming out now. It's changing all the time. I'm hoping when I get this Canon, it's going to be a bit better. Right, well, that's about more or less. It's a bit too blue. But again, let's see if we can get that bluiness. Brightness of it. Not too bad. Right, I want some real good darks now. Go over that. Got to have the waves coming through, then I've good dark in there, that resin. This is sort of shadow. I'm using a lot of black here, but I'm mixing it with a bit of blue and red. I tend to try to use the largest brush I can get away with to do this. This is a beautiful brush. It's a long flat Georgian dado. I do prefer flats. I'm not a great one for rounds. I like flats, but you use whatever suits you at the time. You don't have to copy me or anyone else come to that. So this is where I wish it would dry quicker than it does. Even with that alky resin, that would just dry overnight. But it will go tacky. And watercolour paper is a lovely surface to work on. You can add gesso to it. Well, my gesso is handmade, homemade, with polyfiller. So fairly low horizon. So let's get a bit of blue and a bit of yellow, just to green it down a little bit. A bit darker than that. Now, when I carry on with that, I'm going to bring the sky into the clouds, or into the sea. I don't want sharp edges. Alright, okay, well that's not a bad colour. Now we can have a bit of breaking stuff in there. I'm making this up as I'm going along. You gather that. I'm not working from photographs or anything else. I'm just making it up. I have a friend who into watercolours and is constantly having new teachers, new groups. Her latest or the latest, but it's not how many teachers you have or what teachers you have, it's how much effort you put in, because there are people that will always be going through lessons but never doing it for themselves. It's not a criticism, it's just what some people do. They go from teacher to teacher, hoping that the next teacher is going to turn them into a painting. The only thing I'll do that is perseverance and not quitting when you can't do it. Harsh, but true in my experience. Right, let's have a bit of blue in there. A bit of shadow under those clouds. Now, when you're painting your clouds, don't have them following the contours of your other stuff, because it will just look as if that's what you've done. You've just gone round, and it'll be totally unrealistic. Put your cloud behind. Right, okay. Let's get some good rich drama going on there in that sky if I can. Just mixing the blue, the black and the red. Sort of heavy over above. So a lot of paint on there now. They're changing all the time. Just gradually darkening, just defining the shapes. Right, clean brush. Now, let's just put in a little bit of bit of that. Streaky. And I want that colour to just represent a bit of sky. I want to have a bit of dark shadow in there. And the beach coming down there, but we're going to put that in shadow. Black, red and blue, just for these contours or rocks. When you get desperate, you can always use a knife. Now, I want a bit of light on that headland there, which is a silhouette against that slightly lighter sky. Clean the brush. Okay. Right, that's so nice. Bit of greeny, light green. A bit lighter than that. And let's just catch in a little bit of light and some in there. Right, a bit of dark green now and there. Probably better just dark. Yeah, that's probably a bit better. So a little bit of grass is coming down. I like to put that in. Okay, in the brush. With light against dark. This is where we want the. It's picking up the grey underneath, which is not very jolly. Right, okay. Clean that. Brush. My towel is getting really filthy. It's going from the brush onto this bit of toweling and onto my fingers. A bit of small figure and a bit of fairy liquid or dishwasher fluid cleaner. We'll take care of that. Okay, let's do a bit of bleach now. So yellow, red, and a bit of grey. Right, I'll change to my other brush now. I want to just get some of that swirling in here. Let's just. Right, now we're a bit of blue in under or grey under there. Right, can one, let's put in some highlights. I might just put a little bit of that. Fascinating, isn't it? Catching the light. This is sort of a creamy colour. Now I want to put a bit of shadow in front of those. I can get some paint on there. Don't want to pick up. Look at that. There's those dark sort of in front of the ripples as the wave sort of peters out on a bit of beach. a bit of oil. Right, come back with a light colour. There's that look. Yeah, it's looking all right. Slightly off white. That crashes onto there. Some over there. So just sort of peter out on the rocks. It's the wrong colour in there now. There was a rock, but it's now a shadow in the wave. Well, if it looks all right, then that's the criteria, I think. Right, let's just get some of that seed or that in there, and we can just put in some shadows in there. Reflections, should I say. Alright, we've got to put a little bit of that white back in there. I'm enjoying this. Sorry it's taken so long, but it's one of those paintings. I haven't even finished the sky yet. Right, a bit of shadow. And yeah. Go to town here. Right, clean that brush and we do a bit of sky. clean the brush, clean all that oil paint out of it. So you don't need a lot of equipment to do all this. You obviously need an easel or something to put your board on, and you don't even need to buy a palette. Look, a bit of hardboard, a bit of white melamine from a drawer, from a cheap drawer. It's hardboard, thick hardboard, solid. You know, throwaway stuff. A couple of brushes, and away you go. Right, now let's put in some of this darker stuff now in that sky. Bit of red, bit of I'm a glutton for skies. I just love the effect. I'm always looking at skies, light. It's always there, isn't it? Always there for you to use as a model. A bit of light coming through there. Colour. Not enough drama in this area here, I don't think. So we'll soon change that. Bit of red, bit of yellow. I don't like that. Not the green. The green's in the sky. More blue and black, I think. Over that. See, the darker the cloud, the lighter you can make your sky to get that contrast. It's just using a little bit of cadmium orange and not cadmium orange, cadmium red mixed with cadmium yellow. Give a good cadmium, orange, won't it? I think I want that. Now that should be more light on there, and that cloud should come over it. So here we go. So the light will come from behind this cloud. That's what I was trying to say. Right, now a bit of whiting with that, I think. Colours. Bit of red in the sky. Layers. And we put a little bit of that light shining through out there. More orangey. It's not as angry as I wanted to make it look, but how's that look? Well, that shows up there. The rocks aren't too bad, I don't think. That looks quite effective on the screen. I'm going to put it in a mount, I think, because I've done as much as I want to do it, I think, as it's a demonstration. All right, let's just, oh, it's going to move, isn't it? I know. Bit of masking tape on there, just to hold it, stop it slipping down. It won't, no, it won't stick. I believe on Monday I'll have a watercolour paper, sheet of paper on there. But that'll all be dry by then. Oh, I know. Look, we've got those little bits in the corner, haven't we? They haven't got any oil paint on them. I'll put a link, as I always do now, to my new Etsy shop. I thought about Etsy a while ago, but I didn't get around to it. A friend told me about it again a month ago, and you should go on it. So I'm on it, and it's I'm very, very delighted with the presentation of it. Right, let's get a bit of that down here then. Okay, well that's probably what we say in the UK, a bit corny. Let's get a mount. Have the light mounts because oh no, my grey one, the neutral grey seems to be a better choice. Actually, it's the aperture on this is not as big as I thought. So let's try that one. It's just a bit big, isn't it, man? Oh, let's put that under it just to stop it from falling down. Okay, well there we are. We've got another quite a, we'll say it was simple by any means, but not impossible. Years ago, I would have given my right arm to be able to do something like this. It's not a good sea picture, but it's got the elements. It's got the light against dark. It's got a layered sky. Got a light horizon with it blending into the horizon, which I like. And we've got some crashing waves there, so and a bit of calm here. I hope you enjoyed that, folks. I'm still not happy with. Let's just adjust it. I'll get even better. It's not a bad webcam. This Logitech. The light is. Oh, no. I'll just draw the blind. It's shining on the edge of it. It's not giving a steady light on the page. It's a bit better. That's the accurate colour there. That is, well, it's just catching too much light from the blind. I wish I'd got blackout blinds. I didn't think at the time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for persevering. Have a go yourselves and don't despair. It's just practice. Just don't give up when you can't. If you have the desire, just keep that desire on fire. See you soon. Bye bye.